one thing we have to remember is that entrance that is near the kitchen that she walked in, the kosher kitchen, docks, stairs, entrance area, that's what it says on that the camera is described as. That's an entrance. No? It says it's an entrance. I don't know how you would get in and out. I can't say. So I'm just pointing out that it's classed as an entrance. We're not going to see if people come in and out because they're saying that camera isn't working. We're not going to know. But there are, things up on the wall directing people that, it gives the impression that it is some type of entrance or was some type of entrance. You need to remember that because they could have come in if they are able to through that entrance. And that's why we don't see them in any other place, especially if they're saying that these 3 cameras were 110% definitely not working, if you believe that. If you don't, like me, it's possible that if these 3 cameras were just made so that we think that they're not working, it makes sense with what I'm saying and my opinions. And we forget, we look at this like it's a back door, but it's classed as an entrance. So this area as well, and that entrance, because we don't know. I mean, if someone can tell me where the staff car park is, let me know. It could go with the flow of this opinion of mine. It's only an opinion, but it is an entrance, so we need to remember that it's classed as an entrance. Is Kenneka communicating with anybody throughout any of the footage that we see? I mean, we see that she's not. The only place that, to me, it looks like there could be possible communication is in the lower level bathroom area. Hands moves as she's gesturing at certain points in the footage, and as everyone knows, she sort of walks out from the wall and turned left really quickly as if to address someone, and someone's called her or spoke to her in some type of way. It's possible, definitely possible. As you know, if you've seen my other videos, I do think from this point up until we see her the last time, where she goes into the freezer, 3 cameras are out, as we know. And it is dodgy. This is the part where it starts to get dodgy for me. So here, is it possible someone could have been in that kitchen and called to her, and helped her up those stairs? And that's how she got up those stairs, because I've always had the assumption that if she got up those stairs, someone helped her up those stairs. In my opinion. That's only my opinion. She comes to another set of stairs. Doesn't even, to me, think to go up these stairs that look much more inviting than the stairs she went up. It could got to a point where she got desperate. I didn't know what to do. She's walking around. Maybe the time felt like it was longer than it was because she was intoxicated. But those stairs are kind of slightly hidden. I mean, it says stairs. She could have just opened the door, didn't know what it was, and thought, right. She just kept going forwards, didn't she? She kept going straight, kept moving, apart from the lower level bathroom area where she sort of walks around. She keeps going. So it's interesting. In that section between where we see her in the lower level bathroom area up to the freezer, there could be possible communication. We just won't know because of those cameras, especially the camera they haven't even said isn't working and isn't on the list. From this point, to me, in my own opinion, I still believe there's a possibility she could have walked in, but in my own opinion, it is dodgy from this point. it does to me possibly look like she is starting to communicate with someone here, and it's coincidental that the 3 cameras then aren't working. So it's just something to think about and very interesting. So I look at the images quite a lot because I'm an image person. I know about photography, as you know, and I know a lot about imagery when it comes to um, the data side, the graphic side. That's why I prefer to analyze the images. So I go through the images quite a lot just to check and see if I see anything. And then I saw this, and what it is this: the first image is obviously her in her original state, and then the second image is where they've turned her over and removed the evidence. And then as they removed the evidence, the lip gloss, there is a red mark underneath, and it looks perfectly placed where the lip gloss is put on top of it, on top of that plastic. Is it blood? It could be. It looks like blood. It looks the most like blood from what I've seen in that, area. But she could have cut herself technically on her foot. She could have technically cut herself in the cooler area. And that's why he's dripped through the door into the freezer area. Maybe. I don't know why she would be carrying her shoe. We see her walk in with her shoes on. Well, we see her walk over to the freezer, with her shoes on. So she would have had to have carried her shoe if she cut her foot in the cooler area into the freezer area and drop it. It's all confusing. It's something to think about, but that lip gloss was always something that everybody thought, why is it in the doorway? Was it put there? We're never going to know, but it is interesting that when they move it, we see something that looks like blood. It's not green, it's not yellow. It's something that does look like blood. I can't say if it's blood. I'm not going to, say like other people do. I know exactly what's happening. I don't. But it definitely is possible. And it did strike me when I saw it. It did strike me. And it's interesting that everybody was talking about this lip gloss. And look, it's like, to me, it does look like blood. So yeah, it's just something to think about.